In this, we are going to discuss about rank of the matrix using echelon form. So this is the given matrix. Now we are going to find out rank of the matrix. Here, if it is using the echelon form, we have to find out rank of the matrix. If it is echelon form, we have to follow three rules. That is, we have to bring the given matrix into upper triangular matrix. After that, for bringing the matrix into upper triangular matrix, we have to use only row operations and we have to use only principal diagonal elements. These are the three conditions. Now coming to row echelon form, if it is row echelon form, we have to follow certain rules. In that, the first important one is all the zero rows must be bring to the bottom of the matrix. And the second one is the leading elements. Leading element is nothing but the first non-zero element in that row. Leading element is nothing but the first non-zero element in that row. So now number of zeros before the leading element in a particular row must be less than number of zeros before the element in the next row. That means the zeros before the leading element must follow the ascending order. Next, coming to the next rule, that is, it is the optional one. If there is a possibility of getting the first element, that is the first principal diagonal element, the chance of getting first principal diagonal element as 1, then it is fine. If it is not possible, then you can go with this given matrix. Next, coming to the definition of the matrix, it is nothing but number of linearly independent rows. Rank of the matrix is number of linearly independent rows. Linearly independent rows means we cannot express one row in terms of any other rows. Now coming to the given problem, that is the rank of the matrix. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 by 4 matrix, 4 rows. Now we are going to find out the rank of the matrix using echelon form. So if it is echelon form, we must use only diagonal elements, the principal diagonal elements. Here the principal diagonal elements are 1, 2, 1 and -1. This is the principal diagonal elements. Now using the first principal diagonal element, that is 1, we have to make the below elements equal to 0. So using the first principal diagonal element, we have to make the below elements equal to 0. So now in order to make R2 element equal to 0, we have to use R1 element. So what will be the row operation? It will be R2 implies R2, it is minus R1. Next coming to R3. R3 implies it is -1 and +1. So it is nothing but R3 plus R1. Next coming to R4. R4 implies it is -1 and -1. So it is nothing but R4 plus R1. Next, coming to the matrix, the first row is as it is, that is 1, 2 and 3, 4. Coming to the second row, it is 1, R2 minus R1. So it is 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. 2 minus 2 is again 0. 3 minus 3 is again 0. 1 minus 4 is nothing but -3. Here the numericals are very small, so we can do the subtraction very easily. Instead of that, the best practice for this one is, now you have to write the R2 row, that is 1, 2, 3, 1. Next R1 row, right below that 1, 2, 3, 4, and the operation for this one, it is minus, so it is minus. Now 1 minus 1 0, 2 minus 2 0, 3 minus 3 0, it is -3. Simply plug this row into this one. In this way you can make minimal mistakes. And while verifying also, while checking or re-verifying also, it is very easy in this way. So I strongly recommend follow this way. Next coming to this one, R3 plus R1. So it is 0 to -1 and +2. It is 1. 1 plus 3, it is 4. 2 plus 4, it is 6. Next coming to the next row, -1 plus 1, it is 0. -1, 2, it is 1. 1 plus 3, 4. And next one is 3. Here the numericals are very small, that is why I am not using this method. Now coming to the next step, here you have to follow the second rule, the ascending order of zeros before the leading element. Coming to the second row, here leading element is 3, leading element is -3, and before the leading element -3, how many zeros are there? There are 3 zeros. And coming to the next row, before the leading element, here leading element is 1. How many zeros are there before the leading element? It is only 1 zero. And coming to the next row, the number of zeros before the leading element is again 1. So it is not following the ascending order. So we have to interchange R2 with R4. R2 with R4. Again you can interchange R2 with R3 also, but again in that case the same problem will arise, because if you interchange R2 with R3, then also the number of zeros before the leading element is 3, and in R4 the number of zeros are 1. In that case also again we have to interchange R3 with R4. That is why we are interchanging directly R2 with R4. In this case, the first row is as it is, and second row is we are interchanging with R4. It is 0, 1, 4, 3. Third row is as it is, 0, 1, 4, 6, and fourth row is 0, 0, minus 3. After interchanging R2 and R4, now coming to the second principal diagonal element. Here the second principal diagonal element is 1. Using 1 we have to make the below elements equal to 0. In this the below elements are 1 and 0. So R4 it has already 0. So no need to make it 0. Now we have to make only R3 element equal to 0. So R3 implies it is 1 and 1. So it is R3 minus R2. The first row is as it is, 1, 2, 3, 4, and second row is also as it is, 0, 1, 4, 3. Coming to the third row, 0 minus 0, 1 minus 1, 0, 4 minus 4, 0, 6 minus 3. So it is 3. And coming to fourth row, it is as it is. Now, according to rule 1, you have to bring the matrix into upper triangular matrix. So it is in the form of upper triangular matrix. This is the principal diagonal and all the elements below the principal diagonal are 0. Now it is in the form of upper triangular matrix. So we cannot calculate rank of the matrix at this moment, because rank of a matrix is defined as number of linearly independent rows. Here we can express R3 in terms of R4. R3 and R4 are not linearly independent rows. That is why I have to make it 0 by R4 implies R4 plus R3. It is 1, 2, 3, 4. First row is as it is, and second row is also as it is. Third row is also as it is. And coming to fourth row, it is all zeros. Now it is in the form of upper triangular matrix. This is the principal diagonal elements. All the elements below the principal diagonal are 0. Then it is number of linearly independent rows. Now count number of linearly independent non-zero rows. Here the first row is non-zero row. Second row is also non-zero row. Third row is also non-zero row, because there is one non-zero element, that is 3. That is why it is non-zero row. Coming to fourth row, it is not a non-zero row because it contains all zeros. So while calculating rank of this matrix A, have to calculate number of non-zero rows. So number of non-zero rows are 1, 2 and 3. Hence rank of the matrix is 3.